Hi guys, I wanted to share something with you that I built on the server. I think it's got a lot of potential and I reckon you guys can make some awesome stuff with it. So the idea is a door that you can buy access to get through. So you make the purchase and the door opens letting you through. So I'll show you the system in action on the server and then I'll get on to showing you how to build it and how it works. So let me show you the system in action. The sign up there is just a duplicate of the sign down here. It doesn't necessarily matter where you put it, as long as your sign and the chest are linked. So the door up here is closed. I will simulate a purchase by taking an item out of the chest. The system's all fired and the door is now open. When you walk through the door, it immediately shuts behind you. So I will show you how it works. Essentially, it's broken down into three components. The first one here is checking that a purchase has been made. The second one is triggering a latch switch, so it pushes the redstone block across when the door should be open and it pushes it back closed when the door should be closed. That then extends out, so we carry that signal of when the door is open and we power a redstone torch underneath the door, and we have two observers and a piece of string, two pieces of string. I'll explain a bit more about why that's important later. We carry that signal down and we reset the latch. So the first part of the system, which is making the purchase and triggering an output, it's very simple. It's a 4x2 area. We have the chest, which has one item, and it's important that it's only got one item in, because the comparator behind it will change its signal output when the chest is empty. So currently it's powered, which is turning this redstone torch off, and when we take one out, the comparator will turn off, the redstone torch will power, and this signal line will continue through this block and power the dropper, which means we make a purchase and it automatically refills the chest. So all of your stock essentially lives inside this dropper. If you wanted to put more in there, because at the moment when this dropper runs out you can't open the door anymore, you can of course put a hopper on top and a double chest and as many items as you want in there. So we've triggered that, which then passes the signal through to here. It's powered that piston one time and pushed the latch across. The redstone block is now powering this line of redstone. We invert the signal once so that the door, which was previously powered and therefore closed, is now open. And the door is open. We walk through. You see these two pieces of string here. As we walk through the string, the observers notice that the string has been walked through and they both output a signal. The reason I've used string instead of a pressure plate is because people could throw a ender pearl or jump over the pressure plate or fly over the pressure plate if they've got elytra. So it's a bit more foolproof and more resistant to exploits if you've got string and observers. So of course that fires a single tick pulse of power, which then hits this piston and pushes the door back closed again. So that's the full system. Make a purchase, push the piston across, the door opens, walk through, trigger the string, push the latch back, and the system resets. I think this system is really great because it doesn't require any special land claim permissions. You just claim the land and set up a shop and it should work for you. All of the other little exploits like eating chorus fruit to try and teleport through the wall, they don't work unless you give people permission. They can't set a home on the other side of the door and they can't set warps there because that claim is yours. So the only way, hopefully, to get through is by purchasing a door access stage pass and walking through the door. I will just show you one improvement actually. You could technically get past the sensor on the previous setup by throwing an ender pearl over the string, but that is fixed by making the corridor go round a corner. Straight after the corner have another set of string and observers. That way it's like a double check and you can't throw an ender pearl around the corner. So here's a bonus contraption for you for sticking around for the end. If your shop has run out of stock, wouldn't it be awesome if it told you about it straight away? So here's one way of doing that. So we've got our shop here. and behind it is a very similar contraption. You've got a comparator sticking out the back, and this time it's holding open a trapdoor to an endostasis chamber. So if you've not seen this before, it's about 6 or 7 blocks high of water with a soul sand at the bottom holding up your ender pearl, and that will stay there forever. So what happens now is, when the shop runs out of stock, this comparator is going to change its signal, close the trapdoor, and it's going to hit the ender pearl, which teleports me right here. So my shop's run out of stock, I'm told immediately, and I can go and replenish it. And when you replenish it, the trapdoor opens back up again. Pop your ender pearl back in the stasis chamber to be notified again next time. Cheers guys, see ya.